Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, class. Today we are going to talk about sentence diagram. Yeah. If we see our topic today, you can imagine that we are going to talk about how the sentence is represented in the form of diagram. Okay. Our discussion today about what sentence diagram, the purpose of sentence diagram, what syntactic category in sentence diagram, and the last is about kinds of sentence diagram. What sentence diagram? A sentence diagram is a pictorial representation of the grammatical structure of a sentence. So, in a sentence diagram, you will find the grammatical structure, or syntactic structure of a sentence. It means you see the arrangement of words into phrases and phrases into the bigger phrases. So it is an indication how the sentence can be used to convey information about the syntactic structure of phrases and clauses. Yeah. What's the purpose of sentence diagram? By sentence diagrams, you will have a model of the structure of sentences. The model is informative about the relation between words and the nature of syntactic structure, and is thus used as a tool to help predict which sentences are and are not possible. Oh yeah, there is the word parse or the term parse here. Commonly, uh, the term sentence diagram used in pedagogy. In pedagogy, this term is famous rather than parse. Parse is used in linguistics, especially in computational linguistics. What is syntactic category? Yeah. Syntactic category is a set of words and or phrases in a language which share a significant number of common characteristics. Yeah, it's commonly include. I think you're familiar with this term, parts of speech, noun, pronoun, etc. And then phrase structure, as we have learned before, about noun phrase, verb phrase, adverb phrase, adjective phrase, preposition phrase, and the last is the core, the core of structure sentence. That's the syntactic category. And then you use syntactic category in sentence diagram. Sentence, as noun and verb as be, and etc. If it is consists of two words, for example, noun phrase, you can say it's NP, NP, VP, HP, FP, PP, COMP. Okay, here we go to kinds of sentence diagram. There are four kinds here of sentence diagram. The first one is labeled bracket diagram, boxes diagram, red color diagram, and the last is tree diagram. If we talk about labeled bracket diagram, you can imagine that the sentence can be in the form of diagram, yeah. So one sentence, yeah, begin with the bracket and end it by the bracket also, yeah. You open by the bracket here, and then you put S, yeah, it means sentence, yeah, and then you write down the sentence, the amateur won the championship, and then close by the bracket, yeah. And then you can write down again, but here you break down, yeah, you break down the amateur won the championship as the sentence, break down into praise, yeah. And then the amateur is noun praise and won the championship as verb praise, yeah. Group them into the kinds of praise, yeah. The amateur noun praise and won the championship verb praise. And then we can break down again the noun praise, the verb praise here, and then here the amateurs still as the noun praise, but we break down a verb praise here, won as the verb and the championship as noun praise, yeah. And the last, we break down the noun praise here into detail, noun praise into article, yeah, the, and amateur as noun. So noun praise break down into article and noun. And then we also break down here the noun praise, yeah, the championship here. You break down into detail, article, the, and championship as an or noun, yeah. So in the last form of label bracket diagram, the sentence is break down into the small part, yeah, the small part, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, this method tends to lack visual clarity. Do you think it's difficult to grasp the constituency of the sentence here? Yeah, I think it's difficult, yeah. So that's uh, the weakness of this diagram. Okay, now we go to box diagram. It is different, yeah, from the previous one. If in the previous we break down the larger form, yeah, sentence into detail, but here we break down the sentence directly to detail, yeah. As you see here, the as the article, amateur as noun, one as the verb, the as article, and championship as noun. And then the combinations of article and noun is noun phrase, yeah. And article and noun is noun phrase here. And then verb combined with noun phrase is the verb phrase. And then the last is sentence, yeah. That's the difference with the previous one, yeah. The label bracket. Okay, we go to read Kellogg diagram. What do you think of this kind of read Kellogg diagram? Look at it is the simple sentence, yeah. The amateur won the championship. And then this diagram begins with a horizontal line. Yeah, this is the horizontal line. And then put the subject in the left. Yeah, followed by the verbs. Yeah, and separated by the vertical line. Yeah, if it is the adjective, article, and adverb, you put here. Yeah, put here in the below. So adjective, article, and adverb put in the below. Yeah. If it is a direct object, yeah, direct object, you put the line vertical. But if the object is a predicate noun or adjective, the line look like black slash, yeah, black slash, yeah, like here, yeah, you put here. For example, uh, Sam is lonely. Yeah? Sam is lonely. And then you put here the black slash and lonely. You put Sam in the left and then followed by is, and you black slash here followed by lonely here. Yeah. Could you imagine how if it is the complex compound sentence? Huh? Could you imagine? I think there's the weakness here from this kind of diagram, in which there's no distinction among the element of a slanting line, yeah, such as determiner or article, adverb, or preposition, yeah. If there is preposition, you put here, and then if there is adjective, you put here, and then if there is adverb, you put here. So that's the weakness of this kind of diagram. We go to the last diagram. It is most common use here. Tree diagrams are intended to draw a rule that determines what constituent goes into a phrase and how the constituents are ordered. Yeah, it has several advantages. They are drawn by following a few simple principles and do not have to remember what different line shapes and orientations signify, such as I just explained about Ritke-Locke's, yeah, Ritke-Locke's diagram. Tree diagrams can represent phrase structure accurately with syntactic category information provided. Yeah, we can see later. Yeah, in the example, a phrase structure tree shows that a sentence is both linear string of words and hierarchical structure with phrases nest in phrases, yeah, or combination of phrase structure. Okay, let's see the example. The amateur won the championship, and then that's the sentence. Yeah, you put here as, and then sentence consists of noun phrase and verb phrase. Yeah, here is noun phrase and it is verb phrase. You can divide it noun phrase into determiner and noun. Yeah, and then verb phrase can be divided into verb and noun phrase. And then the last, you divide it noun phrase into determiner and noun. Yeah, determiner here is the noun amateur, and then the verb is one, the and championship. And then you write down PS structure rules or PS rules here. Why do PS rules needed? Because they show how phrase or group of words are structured. Yeah. So just look at here. Sentence, and then put arrow here, and then noun phrase plus verb phrase. How to read these kinds of model? Phrase structure rules. Sentence consists of noun phrase and verb phrase. Noun phrase consists of article and noun. As you see here, yeah, noun phrase consists of article or determiner, yeah. You can use determiner or article, yeah. And then noun. Verb phrase, you see here, verb phrase consists of verb and noun phrase, yeah. And then the last, yeah, I forget to put here, yeah. The last noun phrase consists of, because there is noun phrase here, noun phrase consists of determiner and noun. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all about sentence diagram today. Yeah. You can repeat again to listen this material. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.